Hey everyone, it's Crystal Neath, your intuitive tarot reader with Next Level Tarot. And I am here with your April 4th, 2019 daily tarot reading. In this reading, I'm going to be reading into the overall energy for the day. Apply this to whichever sector of your day that it applies to. It might be with your finances. It might be within your love relationship. Okay, but I'll go ahead and get right into it. So the cards we have today are the Devil. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. We have the Two of Cups. And we also have the Ten of Wands, okay? So, the first card being out, the Devil. It really, because, okay, take a look at this. These two individuals, it gives me an energy very much highlighted around partnerships today. So whenever I see the Devil card, it's not a healthy relationship. And that could be the highlight of thinking about the relationship that you have with yourself, the relationship that you have with individuals that you work with, that you're in love with. A lot of the times the Devil is some type of toxic energy that needs to be detoxed in order for you to really move on, because the Devil is everything in the back of your mind that says, I cannot do this, I can't go any further, I have to stay at this dead-end job that I hate because I don't have a choice. If I leave, my boss will yell at me. Or if I call off and put in for PTO, even though it's something that I am awarded, that I work towards, my boss will have an attitude with me. Nothing is flattering about slavery. Nothing is flattering about feeling like a slave to a relationship or a slave to your conditions. The Devil card can really be a heavy toxic energy. Sometimes this card can even come up in readings that I do with people who are dealing with domestic abuse, or some type of toxic abuse or addiction, to where we almost fall in love with painful situations or unhealthy situations that are not balanced at all in our lives, but we stay in it because we feel chained. We feel like we can't get out. This also makes me think of when people are trying to leave out of relationships. And I get this question a lot with readings that I do. They want to leave out of a relationship, or they want to be free, and they know that this person is toxic, or maybe that person uses drugs, but they keep being intimate with this person on a sexual level, which is also a karmic spiritual tie. So you really have to ask yourself whether this is your mind and how you think. Sometimes people can say things to us and it can just linger, and it can really hurt us, and it can really change the way that maybe we even start thinking about ourselves. Okay, the Devil is all about restricting energy and feeling restricted. So today, ask yourself, in what ways in my life do I feel restricted? In what ways in my life do I feel trapped or bound to a certain predicament? Like I always say with the Devil card, whether you agree with America or not, for my Americans who watch, you live here. You have to abide by the rules, because if you don't, you get locked up. Is it very fair? Everybody, begs to differ, but you get my point. Nobody should be in a position to where they feel this heavy tyrant, dark energy that restricts. So I ask everyone to look in their life where they feel restricted and break those chains today. And of course, the Hanged Man in reverse is saying that once you do this, you don't have to feel like the victim anymore. You don't have to feel like, and even this is really making me feel like even some people out there, oh my God, I don't know, I had something in my eye. Sorry. This even makes me feel like some people are dealing with individuals that are incarcerated, or that are dealing with some really bad legal situations, or maybe some of you are facing some situations that really make you feel left out to hang. You feel like the victim. And with the Hanged Man in reverse, it's saying find the enlightenment through these situations. It's kind of like when a person gets sentenced for 2 years in jail. If they learned their lesson and they got the enlightenment out of the situation, the yellow around his head, which shows that he's enlightened now due to him letting go or releasing something that was hurtful to him or toxic, or change his or her perspective in life. it says that, things will definitely get better. Sometimes we just have to have a change of perspective. If you're smart and you did that 2 years in jail or whatever it may be, when you get out, you'll be more enlightened. You'll know that I will no longer live my way in my life in an unlawful way to where I'm sacrificed or put up, for a long time and can't really have that freedom to live my life. So do the things that enlighten you and that bring you closer to happiness, because that's ultimately what enlightenment is happiness and truth and recognizing that truth. So maybe it's some things that will really catch your clarity today or really enlighten you for a certain moment. And keep in mind, sometimes mistakes happen. Nobody is perfect. And some type of enlightenment can come out of that situation. Most definitely. Even at first, even if it feels like it was a hurtful situation or it hurt my feelings that this happened. But sometimes that uncomfortable situation or that situation that made you feel bad can actually bring some type of lesson that you learn from it that will actually help you later on. And the last card that we have, I shouldn't say our last card, but the next card that we have is the Two of Cups upright. And we had this card visit us the other day. And this is getting back to that person you were in high school. Before all the drama happened, before you got into your first toxic relationship, before you felt like a slave to that job, really getting back to what makes you feel happy again, what makes you feel young again. Once again, we have this energy of Leo over top. And I just want to explain that a little bit. Whenever I bring up the zodiac signs, it does not mean that this only applies to Leos. It does not mean that you have to be a Leo, but it's saying if you know a Leo or you know anything about that energy, that is what this card somehow embodies, okay? The true essence of pure love. Now, granted, as we know, Leo is this energy of like childish love to a certain extent, because Leo is like the 5th house of children and whatnot. So there is still more growth to be done, but it does think about that innocence, like that unconditional love that a child has, even though they don't know what real romantic love is or what it takes to make a marriage last. They still get the overall gist of what real pure love is that's untainted. So think about your partnerships, work partnerships, relationship partnerships, anything like that, and really question yourself on getting back to this place where it really feels pure and easy, that you can work through. And the last card that we have is the 10 of Wands, okay, which is all about carrying a heavy load. And I do notice that we have a lot of partnerships, being highlighted within the reading today, but you see this person is doing it all by themselves. So it does make me feel like if you feel like a job is putting so much on you, if you feel like that it is so much in life that it has just threw at you time after time again, more work hours, more family issues, all of these things that you just have to carry along, you will be able to do it. And I very much believe that you could do it by yourself, but you don't have to with the 10 of Wands. It always makes me feel like ask a friend, call a friend. You never know. You can need something and you're just being so independent and trying to do it on your own. And granted, vice versa, if you're the type of person who always asks for help, who always is waiting on someone to come in, this is saying no, do it by yourself this time. But if you're the type of individual who is faced with something today and you just feel like it's so much and should I isolate myself? No. Call a friend, reach out to someone who can help you and take half of this load away from you. So you're not trying to carry all this ton of shit by yourself. Okay. There's always someone there, so definitely beautiful energy today, but it is this heaviness, okay, of the Devil and the Hangman. These are major arcana cards. So don't be surprised if major things happen today. So you all, I hope this reading helped you. As you know, if you ever need a private reading with me, you can always do so by emailing me at crystalneath@gmail.com. Besides that, have a beautiful day, beautiful April 4th, and I will see you later, okay?